So, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all? I hope you all are doing very well. In today's video, I'm going to use the CCI indicator, and along with that, I'll also be drawing support and resistance levels. Because I'm never 100% sure about any indicator, I use indicators as an indication, but I never forget to mark support and resistance. So first, I've taken a horizontal line here. Previously, there was a long wick on the upside, so based on that, I've marked a level there. And on the downside, I've placed this support level where the market started to turn bullish. After that, I've taken another horizontal level, which I'll place on the upside. I'm covering this wick here, and this creates a resistance zone. I can also call it the seller's zone or overall resistance. After that, I'll read the CCI indicator here. I've added the CCI indicator. Whatever its default settings are, I'll leave them as they are for now. Now here I'll look at how the market is moving. See, there's a resistance level on the upside. So according to that, the market movement should be downward, and a double bottom pattern can also form there. Okay. After that, the CCI indicator has become quite bullish, so it should come down here. That's why I've placed a trade in the downward direction here. Okay. Now here, there's a double confirmation as to why I should place a trade for the downward direction. First, because I've used an indicator, the middle band, which is the simple moving average. And this band, the band that already exists within which the market is moving, has become quite bullish. It has already crossed over that band, so there is a high chance that the band will come back into its channel into this range. That's why I placed a trade in the downward direction, and as for what's happening in the market above, that is what's on the chart. There is a previous resistance level there, so there should be extreme sellers at that point. Even if they are not extremely active, there will definitely be some sellers active there, right? Because of this, the market movement should be downward, and a red candle could form here. So that's why I placed a downward trade, and the market movement is also downward. I just need to wait a little. 3, 2, 1, okay? Finally, my trade here has become profitable. Okay? So guys, again here, I will try to find a good opposite signal, and I will explain to you what I have learned from my personal experience, what things I need to keep in mind when using any indicator, and what things I should avoid. I will try to explain all of that, so for now, I will change the chart. And let me tell you, I am not a financial advisor. Before taking any action, make sure to do your own research because trading is very risky. You can make a profit here, but you can also incur losses just as easily. So always trade according to your money management and capital. Only use 1% to 2% of the amount in your account. Do not use more than that. And you definitely need to avoid overtrading. For that, set a limit on the number of trades you take in a day. This way you won't overtrade. The middle band of the CCI is trying to move in a downward direction. That's why I have practiced trading in the downward direction. Because look, what happens with the CCI indicator is this. The middle line acts like a simple moving average. It keeps moving within that range. As soon as it goes down, it gives an indication that it will be bullish. As soon as it approaches the upper band, it indicates that there might be a bit of a downward move. And along with this, never forget to use support and resistance with horizontal levels. Here I have created a resistance zone with a double level. Previously, the market came down from there, which is why there is a high chance that the market will move downward again. That's why I have placed a trade here in the downward direction. If you have any doubts about any trade, like if you think I missed a trade and want to know why, or if you need the concept in detail, you can comment in the comment box. And now I have decided that I will explain all possible indicator-based strategies one by one. So if you are interested in that, do let me know in the comment box. Only then will I continue with that. Because if there are no viewers, then there's no point in making videos, right? So that's why you need to comment. So guys, this trade here has turned out to be profitable. After this, I will again try to identify good movements on the chart in the same way. Apart from that, I'll have to observe a little more. This is the OTC market. For now, as I mentioned in my previous video, which you might have seen about OTC, I explained the concept of how things work in the city's OTC market. And here, there's a bit of sideways movement, and the plan indicator is also going up and down, up and down. And there are quite a lot of chances like this. According to the indicator, the market could be bullish from here because the indicator has already reached its bottom level. That's why I missed the trade in the upward direction for the green candle here. As I told you, the middle line of the CCI indicator, the one you see here, is the moving average. As soon as it reaches its bottom, as soon as it touches the bottom line, it becomes bullish. And along with this, there is also a lone candle on the upper side. I will explain its concept in detail. Look, I have drawn a rectangle box here. So what do you have to do with that box? If you see a lone candle, or you can call it a lonely candle, you have to cover it, okay? And you shouldn't place a trade within that zone. You have to wait. Either the market breaks that box, or after testing the box, it moves downward. That means a reversal trade is formed. Now here you can see a spike. If you look at the CCI indicator, there is a very strong bullish movement here. That means it has moved out of its channel. Now this market is moving in the opposite direction to mine. My trade has ended up in a loss here, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. If there can be profit here, then there can also be a loss. This is something we have to accept, and loss is also a part of training. We should already know this, so here I am. I'm looking at the chart right now for a good movement where I can enter at the right spot and also recover the loss from my previous trade. So I've already marked the resistance level on the upside, and after that I'll need to draw a parallel channel here because I can see this kind of movement in the market. And since my trade was also a loss, I need to recover that as well. So I have to enter at the right spot. Here, after testing multiple bottoms, the market has turned bullish from this level. A pattern with multiple rejections is forming here, and the market is moving within this very channel. So here I can trade for a green candle. I have taken a double trade in the outward direction because my previous trade was a loss, and also 3 to 4 bottoms are testing the lower line of this parallel channel. So there are high chances that the market could bounce from here, and it is also turning bullish quite nicely. A green candle is forming, and there is a very high chance that this green candle will form, and it is indeed forming. If you have any other doubts or confusion, you can definitely let me know in the comment box, and I will make a detailed video about time frames because when I made a previous video in a series, there was a doubt that came up regarding time frames. So I will bring a dedicated video for that. How can we identify what the perfect time frame could be? According to me, a 5-minute time frame is quite good, but I will explain all the time frames and we will experiment to see which one you find suitable. So guys, finally, my trade here has turned out to be profitable. Okay, so now the loss I previously had in my trade has also been successfully recovered right here. So let me tell you one important thing. You see, the total number of trades I take in a single day is strictly fixed because I really don't want to start overtrading here. If I were to overtrade, I could very easily incur significant losses, and I absolutely don't want to make any more losses today. Does that make sense? So my advice to you is that if you do not have patience and you tend to overtrade, then you should fix the number of trades per day. For example, if you have set 4 or 5 trades, whether any of those trades result in a loss or a profit, you should stick to that fixed number. If by chance any trade results in a loss, do not try to recover it on the same day. Try to recover it the next day because many times it happens that the market does not move according to our psychology or our knowledge, and in such situations we may face consecutive losses in our trades. So at that time, it is better to avoid trading altogether. I am simply sharing my personal experience with you. If you do this, you will avoid losses. By avoiding overtrading, you will have funds available to invest in a good opportunity. If you lack patience and lose everything beforehand, then when a good opportunity comes, you won't be able to take advantage of it, okay? So here I have drawn a horizontal level. If you have any doubts about support or resistance, you can let me know in the comment box. I will make a detailed video about it. All your doubts about support and resistance will be cleared, okay? Now from here, the market turned bullish, but now it is turning bearish from here. So at this point, we can't say for sure whether we can place a trade here or not, because there is no clarity here since nothing like this has happened previously. Previously, the market turned bullish from this level, but now it is turning bearish, so there are many such places where we should avoid taking trades. It's not necessary for you to take a trade on every single candle. When I first started training, I also used to think that I needed to know about every candle, whether it would turn green or red. But that's not how it works. Bro, that's not how it works. Okay, if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment box. That's enough for today's video. As you keep commenting and sharing your doubts, I will continue to make videos for you accordingly. If I feel that I should make a video, since there are a lot of beginners who need to learn, I will definitely do so. Only then will I make more videos, otherwise I won't waste my energy. So guys, that's all for today's video. If you liked the video, please make sure to like it. If you're visiting the channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon as well. So if you're a beginner, you won't miss any videos. See you in the next video, guys. Until then, thank you.